What if I told you that the single greatest mind in human history, the man who painted the Mona Lisa and conceptualized the helicopter 500 years too early, only slept 2 hours a day? That's right. While you're hitting the snooze button for the third time, Leonardo da Vinci was already 4 hours deep into his second project. And here's the kicker. His secret wasn't a magic pill or an energy drink. It was a bizarre, brutal, and frankly insane sleep schedule known as polyphasic sleep, specifically the Uberman cycle. You know, the one where you trade your peaceful 8-hour slumber for a series of short, choppy, 20-minute power naps scattered throughout the 24-hour cycle like crumbs for a starving productivity pigeon. We all talk about hacking our lives, biohacking, career hacking, dating hacking, but this is the original, the ultimate hack, time hacking. The goal? To gain an extra month of consciousness every single year. But before you set your dozen new alarms, let's be clear. This schedule is a physiological and psychological weapon, and you need to know which end to hold. This video is compiled from various sources and analyzes widely recognized psychological concepts. If you have additional information, data, or personal insights to share, please leave a comment below. Now, let's dive into the logic of a genius who had too many ideas for a single lifetime. Da Vinci's purported schedule, the Uberman, is simple in structure but merciless in practice. Imagine staying awake for 4 hours only to then take a precise 20-minute nap. You wake up, work for another 4 hours, and nap again. Repeat this 6 times a day, and voila! You have a mere 2 hours of total sleep. The supposed brilliance of this system lies in evolutionary biology. It forces your body to rapidly adapt, skipping the lighter sleep stages and diving almost immediately into the deep, restorative REM, rapid eye movement sleep, with every single nap. In theory, you're getting the essential mental maintenance without the unnecessary physical downtime. It's like a super-efficient brain defragmentation, a high-speed mental car wash. Think of the smug satisfaction. While the average Joe is snoring, drooling, and wasting a full third of his existence in a horizontal coma, the polyphasic prowler is up, drawing, inventing, and contemplating the human condition. This is the ultimate intellectual flex. But here is where our modern logical brains must interject with a healthy dose of skepticism, cynicism, and maybe a little fear. The primary scientific argument against this genius hack is that it's not a hack, it's sleep deprivation with a catchy title. Sleep researchers, the people who actually study our precious slumber, often point out that the only reason people feel more productive or experience lucid dreaming on the Uberman cycle is because they are effectively in a state of constant, low-grade delirium. Your brain is so desperately starved of restorative sleep that it goes straight to REM in survival mode. That sudden burst of creativity you feel, that might just be the physiological equivalent of a frantic squirrel trying to stash nuts before a nuclear winter. Furthermore, your brain needs more than just REM. It needs the slow-wave, deep NREM, non-rapid eye movement sleep, for physical recovery, cellular repair, and clearing out metabolic waste, literally cleaning the pipes of your mind. Skipping NREM is like deciding you only need to change the oil in your car, but never the tires. It's a short-term gain for a long-term breakdown. The anecdotal evidence is also hilarious in a tragic way. For every one person who claims they successfully mastered the Da Vinci cycle and unlocked their inner genius, there are 20 people who tried it for 3 days and devolved into a tearful, jittery, aggressively grumpy mess. They miss their naps by 5 minutes and their whole schedule collapses. They forget their coworker's name. They get fired because they fell asleep face first in their keyboard during a critical meeting. Da Vinci could pull this off because he was financially independent, worked in isolation in a society without fixed office hours, and frankly, he was an absolute biological anomaly. If you, a modern person tethered to a 9-to-5 job, traffic, and the terrifying social demands of a weekend brunch, try this, the only thing you will unlock is a deep, profound understanding of what a mental breakdown feels like. It's the ultimate confirmation of our own human limitations and our tendency to seek shortcuts where there are none. We love the idea that we can skip the hard work of living a balanced life, but reality, as the famous painter knew, is often unforgiving. The true genius move here isn't the schedule itself, but the philosophical mistake we make when we try to copy it. The genius of Da Vinci wasn't that he didn't sleep. It was that he was a relentless, multidisciplinary learner whose waking hours were spent in complete, undistracted flow. His lack of sleep was a symptom of his obsession, not the cause of his genius. We, however, look at his symptom and decide that that is the key to his power. This is the core of human logical error, mistaking correlation for causation. We see a successful person driving a luxury car and assume the car makes them successful. We see a genius sleeping 2 hours and assume the lack of sleep makes them a genius. The healthier, more sustainable, and frankly, less insane lesson from Da Vinci isn't the Uberman cycle. It's the Biphasic sleep cycle, which is actually common in many cultures, a regular night's sleep with a single restorative midday siesta. It's the safe, responsible, and non-genius way to add a bit of productivity without hallucinating during your commute. It's the way to be productive without having to constantly apologize for your short temper. So, as you stare into the abyss of your 8-hour sleep schedule, considering the sacrifice, remember this. Leonardo da Vinci was a man who lived centuries before the invention of the electric light bulb, processed food, or the non-stop dopamine drip of the smartphone. His mind was a hyper-focused laser. Yours, sadly, is a disorganized cluster of tabs open in a web browser. Trying to run a hyper-optimized genius schedule on a modern, overstimulated brain is asking for trouble. The ultimate brain hack isn't less sleep, it's better, more consistent sleep. It's giving your body the respect it deserves, so your mind can actually focus during your waking hours. Do you truly believe the secret to mastering time is by cheating sleep, or is the real challenge simply mastering your focus when you're awake?